Welcome back, I'm Zephyr with Iris Diecast. I apologize for the long term of absence. I've had a lot going on after I was discharged from the military police. I'm still a reserve unit. I've got training coming up on May, but I returned to my university and is trying to figure out what to do next. It's been 2 years since the last update on my model car collection, and it has gone through some huge changes. My collection peaked at nearly 230 cars, mostly composed of budget models like Maisto and Barago. A lot of the models I've owned back then were unplanned purchases. I just bought whichever cars I didn't have already and was in my price range. Owning such many cars was a lot of work, and I just felt like something wasn't right. It kind of felt like I cared more about the act of buying the cars itself more than my enthusiasm for cars. So I've decided to come up with a new theme and a code for buying new cars. I've sold off nearly 130, I don't know, maybe 140 cars that I used to own, and started purchasing new ones, cars that I really cared about or had some sort of significance. I grew incredibly picky about the colors. I wouldn't buy a model of a car that I liked, even with a great price, if it wasn't the right color. I'm considering my collection as a long-term project to pick out some of the finest cars made, and that has really helped me to focus on what I'm trying to do here. So I made a list of roughly 500 cars that I plan to purchase slowly over the years. And I try to purchase only the items that are on that list. So I've been also trying to buy some more higher end models. I used to care more about owning the car itself rather than the quality and the looks of the model. I would rather own 5 cars that I like than have one detailed example. Nowadays, however, I'm trying to buy the finest model there is, preferably an opening model. I still buy budget models, but only when there is no better alternative, mostly Barago Ferraris, since cars like the Daytona SP3 and 296, they have no other alternatives than the higher-ended resin models. So I've picked out 5 of my newest cars. The most expensive ones, I've wanted to add a Porsche Boxster 25th anniversary by Spark, but didn't have the room for it. So let's go check them out. This one's the Pagani Huayra BC by Autoart. That one's a Ferrari 458 Italia by Hot Wheels Super Elite. This one's actually a really rare model in South Korea. You don't see these very often. This one's the Ferrari FXXK Evo by BBR. It's a fully opening diecast model. And this one's one of my favorites, the Lamborghini Murcielago 40th anniversary in Verde Artemis. It looks bluish in the camera, but it's actually a closer shade of green. This one was also pretty hard to come by. Spared no expense on this model. And that one's a Ferrari LaFerrari by BBR models. So here are some of my finest cars to emphasize the direction that my collection is planning to go. So that's it for today's short little video. I'll be back with more reviews of my latest cars. Thank you for watching.